I had told you yesterday when we met that the first thing that I ever heard you play, well, was on the radio, and it was your cover of Smells Like Teen Spirit. It was in 1992. Your record came out, Little Earthquakes. When I heard it, the combination of your incredible singing on it and the piano arrangement of it was so beautiful. I kept thinking, who is this person that is playing, sounds like Prokofiev's arrangement of a Nirvana song?
When I first heard Smells Like Teen Spirit, I thought it was a tragedy, meaning I was listening to a contemporary work of tragedy. And it was clear to me that that's what it was, and I was crying. I was in a hotel room, I believe in Sweden. I saw the video, and I had tears running down my face because it affected me in that way. I could hear that's the power of them and their performance and the piece itself and the construct. And it ripped my heart out. So it was clear the piano wanted me to bring it to her. And so I offered it to her. And she guided me. Along with the muses too. I mean, they work as their beings, they exist. You know, this is alive. They're alive to me. And people that are really skeptical, like the person sitting in there, has seen, you know, songs just come through that I've never played before. And he happened to be rolling tape. One of those songs is a song called Marianne, off of a record called Boys for Pele. And I've never been able to play it like that since. I do a variation on the theme, but I can't do it. Whereas Smells Like Teen Spirit, I took it to the piano and worked with it and refined it a bit, and we recorded the version that you heard.
I'd like to take a second to talk to you about this channel. This is actually Rick Beato 2. I've had it since the beginning of my main channel, and many of you are not subscribed. As a matter of fact, 87% of the people that watch this channel regularly are not subscribed. So I encourage you to hit the subscribe button on this channel and on my main channel. This will help me get even more of my dream guests and help continue to grow both channels. Thank you. It has the power in your piano arrangement of that visceral energy of the three-piece band of Nirvana playing it, but you do it through the dissonances that you use, create that angst. The phrasing, the points where you just, there's a breath in the piano part. Is that just one performance all the way through?
Oh yeah, that one.
Your choice of where to go, like going up into the upper register during the chorus there, and then returning back down. Is that just something that you naturally feel? Do you say it needs to go here?
I went to the song itself, not the artist that wrote it. I go to the piece and I say, if I'm supposed to serve you in any way, if I may, show me. And I surrender to it. There's something very much about respecting. I'm not the mother of that song. I'm the mother of many others, but I'm not the mother of that.
Right.
So I must ask permission to serve it, but I don't go to the creators because they are the mothers, but I go to the spirit of the piece. And it will tell me, and there have been pieces that are just like, T, I don't think I'm for you. You can have a drink and hang out, but you shouldn't cover me. That's okay.
So I went out the next day and I bought the 5-song EP and I bought Little Earthquakes. And you had Angie and Thank You by Led Zeppelin on there. Can you talk about your relationship with their music?
Well, yeah, a huge influence. Believe it or not. And it always made sense to me. That music always made sense to me. and it had so much light and so much of the goddess energy. And I felt that there was so much of the Magdalene in their music, and sacred was sacred. You know, I played the bars for a long time. I turned pro at 13. I've been doing weddings and funerals. My dad would get me 2 for 1. Funeral in the morning, wedding in the afternoon.
Excellent.
I always liked the funerals better. But yeah, so I had started doing that around 9 or 10. And then I'd been kicked out of the Peabody by the time I was 11 because I wanted them to teach the Beatles. And somebody said, a professor there said, nobody will know who they are in 30 years from now. And I had a smart mouth at the time, and I said something. And so I lost my scholarship, and, you know, on a vicar salary, we couldn't afford it, and they didn't want me there anyway. So I turned pro at 13. And the only place that would have me, my dad knocked on doors, and nobody would give me a chance. And then this guy with gold chains standing outside of a door said, hang on, let me get the manager. And the manager came out and said, let's see what she's made of. You'll play for tips. And what was strange about that, I noticed quite quickly, there were no women in the room. There were only men. And after a while, one of them came up and said, why is your chaperone in costume? I said, oh, that's not a costume, like the village people. I said, no, he's a minister. And then it was explained to me I was in a gay bar, and that was my start. And in playing the bars, to answer your question, I would play Angie, and I would play Thank You. And so it was part of my piano bar repertoire that I developed over the years, so those songs were very close to my heart. And when they said, you know, can you do an EP of songs, they just came to me as just very close friends.